Yeah, I'm the MadCatster. Am I glad to see you here? Well, Landon McBroom, you know, McBroom Light, he's made 2 videos recently talking about his experience with his fight and some other lame crap that he's got going on. And I want to talk about it, but the biggest news of all is in his most recent video, he finally comes out of the closet, something that I've been saying he should do for the longest time. So we're going to talk about it, and let's get into it. So I'm here with Sybil the Enforcer, who I had to go pull out of bed because she was already in bed. And she was sleeping away, waiting for me. But I told her you wanted to see her, and people get upset if she's not in the videos, because people do. So Sybil says hello. She's actually feeling really good. She hasn't had any issues, unlike me. And she says, please like and subscribe, everybody. We really appreciate it. So thank you for joining me, Nicocado Avocado. No, I'm just kidding. No, seriously though, folks. That's the mask that goes with my nebulizer. But it made me think of, I don't know if you've seen any of Nicocado Avocado's stuff, where, he's feigning like, he's on death's door and all this baloney. I have been using what's called a nebulizer, if you're familiar with one. Basically, you put liquid in it. It's like an inhaler, but it comes in liquid form and it turns it into a mist and you breathe it in. I apologize. I know it's been a week since I put up my last video, but I've still not been feeling the greatest. And I had a CT scan done of my lungs, and they're still trying to figure out why the hell I keep getting so congested. So anyways, it's not anything terribly serious from what the specialists said to me. So that's why I just haven't been feeling 100%. So just to let you know, I'm traveling to the Halloween capital of the world, and I'm going to make 2 or 3 special Halloween videos just for you guys. That'll be a little different, but it'll be kind of fun, sort of like spooky travelogue. Oh, also, I want to say to you guys, those of you who sent stuff for SOS Rescue from the Amazon wishlist link that I had posted in the last video, thank you so much. I'm going to put a picture up here. My sister sent me a picture of one of the days, just one of the days when packages arrived, and you can see here how incredible. You guys are so generous and so wonderful, and she was thrilled. Like I explained in the video, she doesn't get a lot of donations for cats, and she is so grateful to you guys and wanted me to thank you so much. Thank you for coming through, you guys. But anyway, so Landon McBroom, he was also in that Social Gloves 2 fight event, that catastrophe of a second fight event for Austin McBroom and the Ace family. But most people really didn't pay any attention to his fight. And his fight was a draw, which means technically nobody won. That's how it was recorded by the officials. But, Landon McBroom, of course, has different ideas, and I'm going to show you some video in a second. Landon McBroom is like, I don't know if you know who the Jonas Brothers are, but it's like you pay to see Nick Jonas, but Joe Jonas comes out on stage. Well, that's Landon McBroom compared to Austin, right? And not that I care for either of them, and I don't see what people see in them, but Landon was actually started out his first of the last 2 videos being very gracious and telling his opponent that, he respected him, etc. And I generally, compared to Austin, I believe what Landon was saying. So I give him credit for that. I think that was really good of him to do that. However, he then went on to say, and I'll show you here, that he believes even still he won the fight. So I don't know, the McBrooms have a way of starting something positive and turning it into something narcissistic, but he said, despite what the officials say, he thinks he won. And to top it all off, in the second round, he apparently hit his thumb so hard against his opponent's head that he fractured his thumb. So I don't know, with those big gloves on, but I guess if you hit it just right, and that's what happened.
So guys, here we are. hurt hand. With the fight, I want to shout out to you, Adam. You're a very worthy opponent, and I appreciate everything. We had respect the entire time. There was really no beef. We knew that we were both good, and that we were gonna bring a lot to the table on Saturday. With that being said, on September 10th, me and Adam, our pro debuts, it was a draw. With everything said and done, I do not agree with that. I think that I won the fight, with the exception of the third round, which third round was iffy because he picked it up. He landed some shots, he did. But even if you gave him that round, it would still be 3-1, and I would still win the fight. I broke my hand in the second round. And how I broke my hand is he kept dipping his head down a lot, and one of the times he was dipping his head, I came on the right hand. It was kind of like a swooping right hand, like almost like a hook, and I landed all in this area. It is dislocated and badly fractured, which now I'm gonna need surgery.
So Landon McBroom started off his first of 2 videos, in my opinion, very sincere, thanking his opponent, telling him that he respected him, etc. However, he then later, in typical McBroom style, he went on to say, even though the official said that the fight was a draw, and that's how it's recorded officially, that he believes he won. But anyways, so he goes on to explain that during the fight, early in the second round, I guess, he punched his opponent and hit him in such a way that he fractured his thumb, which I didn't think would be possible with those big gloves, padded gloves on. But apparently that's what happened, and he ends up having to have surgery. I'll show you a little bit about that in a second. Even though he fractured his thumb and clearly must have given him some kind of a handicap in the second round, and he says that his opponent did a good job in the third round. So how does he win? Sounds like it was actually a draw to me. And I don't know, but the McBrooms, they're very narcissistic. So, he thinks he won even though he broke his hand. But so I'm going to show you here. He goes on now in his second video. By the way, I trimmed the video, but he's standing in his boxer shorts with no shirt on. Now, I don't know what people see in the McBroom brothers, but I think they're personally disgusting. And there's nothing about that man that I think is remotely attractive. So put some damn clothes on, man.
Guys, this is about 24 hours post-op. My pain level right now is at like a 6. It's like throbbing. Yesterday it hurt. I was super drugged up.
And then he cuts over and shows us he's at the hospital getting ready. And he claims that they told him he had to take all of his clothes off.
They said I gotta get fully naked. Drawers off. Finish it off with the socks.
Down to nothing, and put the little Johnny thing on. And I was thinking to myself, to get hand surgery, why would you have to have no clothes on to have hand surgery? And I'm thinking, this has got to be a gimmick of him. And if you guys know something I don't know, let me know. But that just sounded odd to me. Why on earth would you need to have no clothes on underneath the Johnny in order for them to do surgery on your hand? And then he proceeds to show us they even gave him socks to put on. I'm like, so you can wear the Johnny, you wear the bonnet, and you wear the socks, but you can't wear underwear? And then he goes afterwards. We see him. He's gotten kind of loopy. He's still coming off of the anesthetic. And here's a little clip of that.
I'm gonna call y'all when I get. I'm gonna call y'all when I get home though.
So then we finally, at the end of the video, we see him at home. And this is where it kind of got cringy. He says they sent him home. And why does he always have to have no shirt on? I don't know why he thinks he looks sexy. I think it's gross. Put some clothes on. Again, please. Anyway, so he says they sent him home with a caregiver.
I'm home now from the hospital, as you can see. And they sent me home with a caregiver.
And it's like, well, the hospital doesn't usually send you home with home help aides. And why do you even need one? I mean, I understand he's out of commission with one hand, but does he really need a nurse at home? So I think he clearly hired this woman to take care of him, and he tries to get her, and I'll show you this clip right now. He tries to get her to come onto the video, and she's emphatically telling him over and over again, no, no, no. So here's that clip.
Would you like to say hi? No. They want to see what my caregiver looks like.
No, that's what we're not going to do.
Just give a walkthrough at least. A walkthrough. She is single, so I'll put her Instagram on there for you guys. You know what I'm saying? You guys look at her.
Clearly he's flirting with her, but he's making it sound like, oh, we're going to put her Instagram up so you guys can, she's single. You guys can contact her. And it's like, gross guy. First of all, the woman's a professional. She doesn't need to be part of your Ace Family circus. So leave the poor woman alone. And the first time she said, no, you should have shut your mouth and moved on. I mean, I understand one hand is hard, but what's she going to do? Help him get dressed and what, bathe him? Or I don't know. It's gross. He's got one good hand. He can take care of his needs and other things and make dinner. I could cook with one hand if I had to. Tell me down below what you think. I just think it was so inappropriate and so gross, and he should have trimmed that out of the video. I don't even think he should have put her voice on the video, but clearly she's having none of it. And so you can see, ta-da, in the second video that for the first time, the man isn't standing in his walk-in closet making a video. And you could clearly see in the second video, he's got like all kinds of, looks like lighting and equipment behind him. It's like, so if you've got this space to make videos, why the hell do you keep making videos standing in your closet? It's so weird. So he came out of the closet finally, guys, and made a video in a normal room. Shirtless and in his underwear, but at least he came out of the closet. So tell me down below, why do you think he was making videos in his closet, but now he can make a video out in the living space? I don't understand why he ever made a video in the closet in the first place. I was suspecting that maybe he was living with the Ace family, and that was like the only place he could sort of get his own privacy, and so you wouldn't know like where he was. But I don't think that room that he's standing in the second video is their house. That to me looks like an actual living, like an apartment or house or something that's not anything to do with where the Ace family is currently living. And by the way, some of you said to me, you thought they were moving because they posted a moving truck. I've looked and looked, and I haven't seen any sign of them moving. I did see there's a video they put up just a couple of weeks ago where they said, oh, we're playing hide and seek in our new house. And I was like, well, you've lived there for over a year. So it's not really your, or almost a year. It's not really your new house. And so then I took a look and I said, well, maybe they moved and this is a new house, but I don't think so. They didn't do any tour. They haven't talked about moving. I think it's still the same house. We'll know in another month or so whether they're actually renewing their lease and staying in this house. Anyway, so that is Landon McBroom's lame after fight commentary. I am going to check all the lawsuits again and also search to see if anything news come up since this last fight. And if there is, I'll make a video about it and report on it. Check out my shorts. I'm starting a new shorts playlist where I told you I'm going to make some videos of the cats. But I also did some cemetery hopping, visiting my very long dead relatives recently. And I'll tell you about that because actually the main person I went to see, he's kind of interesting. He's a former colonial governor of Massachusetts. And I'll show you my trip there. It's not a very long video, so check it out in shorts. Edith is here. Edith says hello. Say hello, Edith. Look at Edith. Edith doesn't like to be picked up, but she does like to be petted, and she likes to be around me when I'm doing something because she's got to know everything that's going on in the house. But otherwise, thank you so much, you guys, for all of your support. So I want to say a special thank you to Mary B. And Mary B sent us some treats and a case of 40 cans of the pate Friskies that the cats love, love, love. And so Mary B, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And again, thank you to all of you who sent stuff for SOS Rescue to help them out with the cats that they're getting in from displaced pets from the storm. And my sister says, thank you so much. So thank you, all of you. Thank you to all the Patreon patrons and the channel members and all of our Amazon angels. I appreciate it, you guys. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe. We really appreciate it. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next one real soon.
Pretty please. Subscribe, like, and hit the bell. I get a treat for every new sub. Thank you.